He's already got the LeBlanc, Diana, and Kiana band out. Those are his three mates played this split. Alongside that, he's done Azir, which is now locked in as I look back towards the mains.
Razork might be able to get something on Humanoid here.
Humanoid's overstepped just a tad. Looking for the slow. There's the Realm Warp, but he can be stunned out of that. Broken up. And Humanoid, that was greedy, my man. Goes down. First blood to Misfits. Shadow here for the chase as well. Get you information, talked about things.
But to finish my point, it can be a little bit harder. I'll hold it though.
The die's going to happen on Aroma. He pops down the cannon barrage. Dandan has to flash away, but that's the second kill of the game for Misfits. Razork going up towards top and helping Dandan out.
No Trident today when Gangplank gets dove.
Yep.
I was just about to say, it's a little bit harder for Febiven to start popping off and leading the charge if he's on a champion like Azir, which can be quite stationary sometimes.
And the last time he played Azir was against G2. He only went 2-3-5, but you look at Dandan, he was 5-2-5. You look at B-Boy, he was 5-2-10. Yes, it was the game where Caps kind of inted quite a lot, but it shows that it isn't purely on Febby to carry as he jumps straight onto Humanoid. There's no flash on this rise. Remember, he burned it earlier.
But it's like Azir is fine to sit here and just kind of hoover up CS.
Or just do this as Razork pops the prison across the wall. We wondered if Febby and Razork would be able to team up on these two champs. Well, they're doing it well so far. Cannon barrage coming out. Kaiser flashes forward, lands the knockup, and Febby will die. Kaiser gets the first kill. I believe, Febby will be here in time to pick up all of the gold. So.
Really well timed. Not only credit to Razork, I'll have to go back and kind of review some of the jungle pathing, but the fact that it feels like Sejuani has kind of been first come, first served to a lot of these games, and not necessarily over-forcing.
Aroma's used the cannon barrage, but no one took aggro, so Misfits just back away as soon as they see that Kazi and Kaiser are on their way. Tower falls in the bottom lane.
Try to agree into like a gentleman's handshake where they avoid Misfits for a while and try to race towards those items, and so we've split them out. Really needs to pay off here for Mad.
Well, this is the Gleaming Quill, but jumps in with the quickness. Shadow still has the kick. Dandan's going to knock him back. The Showstopper connects. There's the kick. Dragon's Rage back. Huge shield from the Haymaker, but Dandan will be chased down, and underneath the turret he will fall. Shadow just about survives, while Misfits are pushing that top lane tier 2.
Yeah, so the gank did pay off. That said, even if it had gone faster, this is still going to be a pretty massive win.
So Razork doesn't actually even need to use the Rift Tower here. I thought maybe he'd use it to make sure that turret falls.
Oh, and our observer.
I think it's going to be a Realm Warp up here towards the top side. Now, Razork is waiting. He knows something's going on. He jumps towards Shadow. Humanoid locks him up with the Rune Prism, but the rest of Misfits are on their way. The Showstopper will pull back Shadow. He's going to try and get away, but he's pulled back once again with a Face Breaker. Perfect execution there by Misfits, and they're chasing Humanoid down. One more auto for the concussive blows. Set gets a double in the top lane. Outplay so far for Misfits in this game. Now looking impeccable. Febby going in once again. Aroma's going to flash away, but Razork's here once again in time, and here comes the fight. Febby flashes away with the cleanse. Aroma retreating back underneath his turret. Dennick's here for the party. Long range onslaught. Now moonshot, sorry, from the Aphelios. The Q from the sniper. And Misfits still haven't used that Rift Tower Frost. They've taken Humanoid looking for the second turret of the game for Mad. Not going to be able to acquire it as of yet. He has been farming up in the side lane, has about a 15 CS lead now over Febby, but still hasn't got the Seraphs, only sitting on the Rod of Ages at 4 stacks, whereas Forbidden is at 2 completed items, not 4. You got a Trinity Force finished on Dandan. So actually 5 members strong here because Dandan's on his way.
Eyes on Razork and Febiven because they see Humanoids away. They want to start the fight.
The route. Kazi goes gold, and Kaiser's going to lock it up, but the turret's already gone. And Misfits can keep pushing in because Dandan, knocked away with the Dragon's Rage kick. This should be the inhib. Misfits secure it. First inhibitor of the game, 20 minutes in, and still Humanoid pushes in the bottom lane, all on his lonesome, all by himself. Kaiser jumping in, but a great stopwatch from Razork. There's the bullet time. Connects on 3, but Kaiser falls. Here we go. Cannon barrage coming out. Razork's actually gone quite low to this. Shadow trying to get in. Dennick trying to act as a bodyguard, but here we go! Oh, it's Febiven who secures it. Razork has to flash away. He's ticking down to the ignite. Dandan now with a massive haymaker. Long-range Moonlight Vigil from the side. The Showstopper. Dandan not able to get it, but B-Boy just ripping them apart. Shadow able to dodge around. He jumps back in. Shadow, what are you doing? Oh, Shadow, you madman! Couldn't quite get it. Febby able
also made it out, but died at the very beginning of that fight.
She did. You can see B-Boy topping the damage shots. 5,700 in that last fight. Razork just missed its push in bot.
We're in another situation though where Humanoid's trying to get back to his team as quickly as possible.
Not quick enough. He's still got the teleport. They're going to dive on Dandan. Showstopper coming out. Razork coming in with a Glacial Prison. And now the chase is on. The Fisher doesn't quite connect. Mad had been able to disengage Humanoid now here, but the inhibitor should be the target for Misfits as they push in. 6,000 gold ahead. 2 inhibs to none. They'll go towards mid. Mad, is this your final stand? Mad Lions looking for pride at least in this fight. But Misfits will just take the inhib and force Mad back once again.
They don't have a lot
Already
of...
buffing up the AD and AP. And now Dennett's going to step forward, rooted up. Dan has the flank. Showstopper locks up one. Humanoid is right in the middle of the team taken out. And the bullet time really doesn't do too much. Right between the goalposts. Misfits now will get... Oh, a Belling Assault. Long range, the moonlight vision. The chase, you can see the damage coming down already. Kaiser has to jump away, but he has already been killed. And now Mad Lions only have one inhibitor tower there. Shadow kicks him away, gets one. The chase is on Arome. Shadow able to escape for the moment, but he will be taken down by Forbidden in the end. And now it's Kazi and Arome versus the world. And these Mad Lions really, well, their bark was worse than their bite. Misfits once again shuffle in. Forbidden's gonna fall, but the Nexus should be the target next. Misfits, for at least one game, are gonna claim first place by themselves in the LEC. And in all honesty, 7 games.
There and just single-handedly destroys games by being right place, right time. So a champion like Nautilus, when unlocked, can really showcase.
After that, hopefully we see the Sunfire Cape. But while we've been chatting, Lorox has decided to take it on him to go for this. Sonic Wave lands on Inax, he goes all the way in, the kick back. Can't protect him from that. Death Charge gonna lock him down as well, and Inax unable to get away. 2 on the menu as they jump across the wall. It's a double for Comp.
The runway, they cleared it all out. So now the only play that Schalke have to trade is to force topside.
That's what they're gonna do. KazaLoLLCShighlights dived underneath the turret, stunned up. And the Chaos Storm will claim another victim. The Infernal Dragon goes down for Vitality. Herald charges in. In fact, they might even get 3 before the Herald charges in. There we go. First tower of the game to Schalke, and with it, 1,500 gold. But as you can see, you talked about it, Inax being funneled gold in the bottom lane, takes out a turret. And it will be 2-1 in favor of Schalke on the tower score. Schalke actually maybe even looking to push in. Lots of pings coming down on that bot lane tier 2. And, well, Schalke don't have to stop. Rift Herald, I think, has been started by Skeens. He's going to decide on that one instead, but this will be 2 turrets and a lot more gold over to Inax.
Yeah, just the raw pushing power and speed of NFL is going to be hitting really hard, so they feel confident to fight for this positioning.
See Steelback trying to face check, but the concussive blows. One more auto will be enough. Goodbye, Steelback, as it gets dunked on by Odo.
This tower and this dragon, they had to kind of find that window, maybe look for a flank. Unfortunately, because the execution
play there for Vitality, and the Ocean Dragon starting to stack up on Schalke. That's their first.
With the CC, then over time, you can see that the tower is falling down, even to the likes of an Orbo is getting something done onto a side lane. Whereas for Schalke, you're really looking for these flanking plays.
Abbedagge is going to be able to push in this top lane tier 2. Lorox is there as a bodyguard, as a bouncer. Call of the Forge God coming out. Abbedagge able to use his fancy feet to step aside. Schalke continue just to eat the life out of Vitality here. 5,000 gold there leads. Seiken tagged with Winter's Bite. There's a flank position for Odo if he wants. Sleepy Trouble Bubble's going to land. Seiken going forward. Comp jumps in, but Lorox wasn't pinged. And here comes the Moonlight Vigil from range. Call of the Forge God comes out. Vitality trying to disengage, but in goes Steelback with the depth charge. KazaLoLLCShighlights on the front line as well as the damage comes out. Steelback goes down burst. Comp has to flash away, but the crescendum, the chase, Void Rush to the face. That's another. He dives forward. How cool did that look? Abbedagge takes 1 as well. It's a double for him. Was rooted by it as well, but already the Ocean Dragon's gonna fall before they can even get in. Skeens, not the field will keep them back. How much health is on that Baron? It's 2,000. KazaLoLLCShighlights coming in, looking for it, but can't get it. Lorox secures it, and now Vitality are fighting for their lives. Not just fighting for this fight, but fighting for the game. Abbedagge's got 1. Jumping forward. The damage is unreal. Skeens has to flash away, but Lorox is still on the chase. Vitality
It's clear they can hold on for another fight in that, but Schalke have been firmly in control of this game for kind of the past 10 minutes.
Yep. 10,000 gold lead for them now as well. Hasn't really been much Vitality could do about this. 2 inhibitor turrets to target here as top falls mid, perhaps going to follow shortly after.
And it feels like one of the issues is that Schalke were just using their side lane gold so much more effectively. And you can see that really in the experience disparity between their top laners. Odo level 17 to KazaLoLLCShighlights level 15. This was a shaking hands with Vitality, where Schalke were just getting more bang for their buck across the map. Vitality had too many carries, constantly sharing EXP.
In goes Skeens, Abbedagge knocked back, but they can't find the connection as Steelback is zoned out. Abbedagge goes unstoppable as he just shreds through Comp, and now the chase is on Odo. You can't do much against the World Ender, my friend. Odo takes out Steelback. It's a double for Abbedagge, and now the Nexus towers will be felled. Razed to the ground, Schalke look pretty unstoppable in this game. Lorox fighting against Seiken. is put to sleep. Inax flashing forward. Seiken trying to get away. They know they've won the game. They know it's done. They get the ace. The Nexus falls, and Schalke on a 2-game winning spree. Oh, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes! Yes, 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 yes!
Countered.
What do you pick into Ornn?
Bang. See how carefully he plays this, and maybe if this forces KazaLoLL to play in his back pocket.
Oh, Mickey knocked up the Ignite ticking. Mickey, there's the Requiem. Goodbye, sweet prince. First blood. To the pits, he'll try and get in the way of G2 when the fights do begin. But for now, Excel are going to take the first turret of the game as the Mythel charges in. And with it, they have about 1,000 gold lead. That will be evened relatively soon if G2 are able to get back down towards that bottom lane. Mickey caught up here once again. He still has flash, he still has heal. He'll use one, he'll use both. Perkz trying to lock him up, and the chase is on. Perkz tanking it up. Yankos with the Skittles. Taste the rainbow.
ADCs, even though...
Oh, Caps. Chain of Core, that's beautiful. Caps goes golden, but they should be able to take him down. There's the dredge line, there's the kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Perkz is getting knocked back. Perkz is going to fall as well. Excel! Strike twice on 2 sides of the map, and Yankos flashing forward with the wall of
turn it around.
Mickey going to try and turn it around. He's got the tumbles, he's got the dodges, but can he get away? No, he can't, Frost. No, he can't. Flash from
It's starting to open up in the CSs.
Perkz is going.
That's a deep teleport. Oh, no.
Auto attack there as he comes out of the stopwatch, but that's always a little bit tricky.
I just think
that maybe he very close together. Torre going in here as the Call of Forge God comes out. Torre locked up. The Forge God comes back, and even with the showstopper, they can't save Torre. Now Expect on the front line. He's dead as well, and G2, they found the answer in the mid lane. That wasn't really loud. Come on, guys. You tried. You tried.
It was a valiant effort.
He's down in the bottom lane. Expect is up in the top as XL try and play a little bit of a 1-3-1.
And it's because Excel recognized that not only did they lose the fight there because Torre took so much damage, but again, they can't fight a fair fight, so... Oh.
That was unfortunate. Oh, Mickey's fighting against Wonder in the bottom lane. Wonder was the one to go in. There's the Requiem. Let's see how much it does. Mickey, oh, so low already, but he's still trading. He's dodging out Mickey. That was so fine, Mickey. It'll be 3 for 2 in favor of G2, and now we'll see with the Cask almost back up, with Chain of Corruption almost back up. Will XL keep fighting around it? Solar Flare doesn't connect, but the Zenith Blade does. Flash away from KazaLoLL, but the chase is on. KazaLoLL goes golden. This fight is going to restart here. Deck charge coming out. Expect in with the face breaker, but it's all on Patrick. It's all on Mickey. Mickey's already on the back line. G2, Mickey still alive. Expect's going to take him out with a showstopper. Torre chased off. Wonder on Patrick, but the dredge line connects, and now it's all on Patrick trying to do what he can, but he doesn't have flash, he doesn't have cleanse, and he doesn't have a hope in hell to get out of this one. He tries to take down Wonder, but the double comes in. G2 rip XL to pieces in the jungle.
And they did it without the Karthus ultimate.
Oh, Mickey. Oh, Perkz, he flashes. Yankos is there. Perkz is going to die. Mickey, can you trade? No, you can't.
And that's now next.
Now, Expect is actually getting chased out by Wonder as we watch this. Mickey dies, of course, and now Wonder and Expect are trading. Wonder still with the World Ender. No flash on Expect, no escape for him, really. Wonder on a killing spree alongside Caps. And it just getting harder and harder. Well, yeah, 4,000. Gets harder and harder. Lanes are up on Patrick. Torre looking for the connection here. Torre's caught out. Not where he wants to be. He flashes over the wall. Chain of Corruption is going to connect, but there's the bullet time. Gargoyle Stoneplay will keep Torre alive. Good disengage. Yankos is done. He's shut down. That's 10 stacks off. Supreme display of talent. Sorry, not a showstopper used. Dearie me, that was an entirely different champion.
So it is going to be the Dragon Soul for G2.
There we go. Oh, that region. Oh, Wonder's being engaged off towards the side. Mickey trying to shred through him before anything can really begin. Perkz coming in as well with the Ignite. Puts down the singing blow, but a good flash from Mickey. Wonder still on the chase. KazaLoLL comes in. Mickey flashing forward with the Solar Flare. Caps is already on the killing spree as Torre dies, and here comes the Requiem. Oh, goodbye, Excel. They lose too quickly. And now Expect and KazaLoLL are running for their lives. Caps is on the chase. Make it rain and take it all the way to the bank. Caps, you're delaying the inevitable here, KazaLoLL. Gets the stun. Expect now trying to chase Caps in. Expect has the doesn't have the showstopper, does have the face breaker, trying to trade in as the Haymaker comes out. And Caps will chase him out. G2 win it in 4 for 1. And now are knocking on the base of XL.
Didn't even need the Ornn ultimate. Not even close.
Sometimes you got to style on your opponents. You do that by totally whiffing your ult somehow. But
he really split the wickets.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. G2 now take the inhibitor down. Yankos is back to take over a game. Now Mickey's looking for Mickey. Mickey on Mickey action. The tower's still here. Mickey goes in with the Zenith Blade, and down goes Mickey.
I'd say Mickey really won that.
Yeah, Mickey definitely did. Wonder now trying to win the fight behind the turrets, and the rest of G2 are on their way. Jankos comes in, Chain of Corruption lands. There's the knock back into the face breaker, but Wonder goes golden, pops the stopwatch. Here comes the rest of the chase. Jankos getting onto Patrick, worked all the way around. Wonder's going to fall for this, but they get the AD carry. That's the only target that can really get to Perkz. And you can see, Perkz doesn't care. Perkz doesn't give a damn. They get the stun onto Jankos, but it's Perkz who's tanking the tower and taking no damage for it. Jankos rooted in place, but that's another shutdown going to him. Oh, just laugh it up. You got Ocean Soul. You got a...
My favorite part is how we trade Wonder for Patrick here. This poor little Varus is just looking at his team, just like wombo comboing this Aatrox, and then poor Patrick. That is the wrong party.
Fulfilling the Karthus dream this game, topping the damage shots in the fights, and stacking up his Medjais, sitting at 25 stacks. He's got a full Death Note. He's written the novel, and he's ready to send it to the publishers.
Those are rookie numbers. He needs to pump them up.
You can't. Whoosh. Here comes, oh, he hit the call of the Force God this time, and there's the bullet time. We talked about the Wombo combo, and that's the Womboist of comboists you've ever seen. Wonder once again behind the tower with Requiem. Doesn't kill him. Does half of both the health, though. And because of that, XL are forced out.
Yep. That's all I got.
Yeah. It's all XL have got as well. This is going to be the top lane tower going down. The Baron power play so far has been 3,500 gold, and I don't think G2 want that to stop anytime soon. Now push in for the Nexus turrets. Perkz tanking it up once again. Doesn't need to. There are minions here, but we'll see if a miracle could come. But I don't think it's going to happen here for XL. Facebreaker doesn't hit. Tower goes down. Jankos stands between them all. The cast doesn't connect. And this will be it. G2, they're going to go for a fountain dive because they always do. But they're back. Oh, they didn't do it. Back to winning ways. Back to winning ways. Good game from G2.
CC tools with both the Nautilus and the Ornn to set up for just like basically target locked spears from Xerxes.
But now this is exactly what I was saying.
Hard to look good on a team that's 2-6 already in the season. Yet when the
earlier conversation of Crown Shot is under threat, Xerxes is looking for the Javelin toss, and Limit and Crown Shot are dodging it, dodging and dipping and ducking. Limit gets caught by the Dredge Line. Upset puts a lot of damage out, but he's already used the bullet time.
TV behind.
It's been used. Teleport coming down. Alfari stab padding with the ulti. Karthus presses on at the wrong time. Trick doesn't find the kill. The stopwatch manages to save Upset while Destiny escapes. The Ornn Horn comes down, and it's split between the uprights. No points secured. Now Genix is in trouble. The Javelin finds him, but they continue to escape. Nobody dies! And we will reset.
Everyone's just throwing warning shots right now. Xerxes still involved, and it's a big spear, but remember, Devour is there for Limit. He's just going to keep looking for these over the wall, but the rest of his team isn't around. He's going to have to back away from this at the end, but what is happening, Trevor?
Dude, don't ask me. I'm gold. You tell me. Nevertheless, the chaos breaks out, and OG will peel back to the dragon. I actually am looking forward to a replay because that was one of the more entertaining, yet least rewarding fights that I've seen in a while.
There was nothing rewarding about that, Trev. We just watched everyone miss everything for so long. Oh, and OG don't seem like they want to give up. They're right back in the jungle. They want that bot lane tower too. So at the end of it all, it is still OG out on top.
And if I can theorize for a moment, Ocean Drake for OG is Trick's out and is already struggling. Let's take a look at this potential engage as Trick wants to get first blood. Alfari will be the target, and it should easily be secured here.
Turn your E up!
May not! The Devour! It finally happens, and Limit is able to pick it up, and now the turnaround. Limit gets caught by the Dredge Line. Here comes Upset. Bullet time's available. They sidestep the wall of pain. It ends up being the wall of shame. Upset's not done yet.
Yeah, Xerxes is on the way as well, so it's going to be a little bit wild, but they're going to play off of the next Dredge Line from Destiny. If he, wait, that's a wall.
Spider Nautilus throws out the ultimate. The bullet time comes down. Limit gets picked up.
Toss it in there, but in pro play here, when you have like a GP and the MF2, I think you go for the more supportive build.
A lot to work with on a Vlad. The Rift Herald has been summoned, and the Ornn Horn, it's thrown out. That's a double knockup. Limit will get caught up by 3 different ultimates, but doesn't go down thanks to the thick skin Hailed will get tagged by a true shot.
Orn roaming down towards mid as well. We're about to see a big team fight.
All right, Alfari, stat pad with a cannon barrage. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4-man stack. All of a sudden, GenX is skimming in, but the party's going to be simply too late. Bullet time comes out, and the magnification of the range is great.
Oh, flash spear!
Up will be able to pick up the kill. And the fashion javelin toss manages to find another defensive flash from Sakura and Crown Shot. They're slowed by the call of the Forge Guard, but the knockup will not land. 2 members down, a teleport committed, and GenX pieced out of the fight because he's just going for a tower. The fight was lost before he could even arrive.
Yeah, it's just not even fair for SK to play into this. As I said, they can't get away in a match like this, and this is just evidence to that.
Yeah, and look, the man on your screen, Tricky, will be able to escape the flash dredge line. It looked as though Destiny caught himself on a wolf, and Destiny's going to go underneath the tower. Right, Requiem comes down. That will do some damage. Sakure's now inside the fight as well. He completed the TP. Will be forced to go into the W and escape with his life.
Misfits on the 5 or 7 game streak, going to be a big deal, but OG sort of expected for them as they go to engage.
Definitely the case. Once again, the Devour comes out, and now GenX gets stunned up, locked down. Bullet time does a lot. Oh my word. Give that man some air miles because he was flying.
Nuke just sniped him out of the air, and OG able to continue
also,
on the advance.
What are you meant to do? Put yourself in GenX's shoes.
Don't say anything.
No, I did too. I thought there may have been like a dramatic move, but I got the slow-mo I wanted, so thank you. Nevertheless, Limit gets knocked up into the air next 1 and 2 times, every single ability, and he will just get burned down. That was the slowest moving catfish I have ever seen. In 10 seconds before the next Ocean Drake. Remember the previous
oh my
one
god!
SK Dredgeline finds a target. GenX gets a lot of damage. Where's the support? He manages to do it. GenX gets some payback with a showstopper of note. The Reds. Cersei sitting inside the bushes. Ocean Rift is the best for Nidalee. It is over now as Crown Shot stays alive with a sliver of health. And he gets taken down.
Solid play coming through from GenX in a game that's just been entirely grim for SK.
Okay, so Crown Shot and GenX. These are the 2 we're looking at for this.
We have nothing for spears over the walls. No, he's going to walk forward with the rest of the team and try and knock this one down. TP behind, though.
Okay, where's this? Is this GenX?
It's GenX.
Let's see what he can do. Looking for the ultimate, and that's the slam down onto Upset, but once again gets pulled backwards. Some heals coming out from Nidalee. Upset survives so much longer than I was expecting, but GenX gets his man. They hold off on the Baron-empowered Siege for now.
Okay, GenX, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. He just picked up, set up, and threw him across the wall, so it wasn't even a 1-for-1 trade that time. OG's still going to be able to get this turret in the end, but GenX needs to continue to try and find these plays. The difficulty is, TP only comes...
But no flash available, but like, this is the least effective wave clear, maybe on the team, and all of a sudden the tower is going to fall.
Oh, that's a hook, though!
Oh my word, you needed to W before, or flash or something. The Devour will work out. Crown Shot, woo! That was a very bold arcane shift. There was no further CC to follow up. Destiny's ult was on cooldown, and GenX is still playing the split push game. He's taken the tower. Dredge line will get interrupted by the arcane shift. The tower falls once again. There is a late recall from GenX. 20 minutes? Doesn't feel as bad at 30. Look, it's still a gigantic one location if you have the ability to just rotate to another lane and get something more
they want to fight this.
But at what cost? Limit is going to deliver Crown Shot, but instantly Crown Shot runs away. Here comes Trick. Crown Shot goes over the wall. He's putting some damage down, but it's Sakura that is in trouble. That's a flash forward from GenX. A massive multi-man. Oh! Set is blown up. GenX.
More time. Now, this is the Ocean Soul opportunity for OG. Can Trick get it?
All right, let's find out. Trick got the previous one. It will be the 3rd dragon for SK, and that will be secured. Trick's able to pick it up again. Call of the Forge God comes down, and Trick is the only target that's caught out. Alfari steps forward. He's looking for Sakura. Trick flashes defensively. Sakura is in the Hemo Plague. Not just yet. Not going to do enough. Not going to be enough to bring his life back. It's not even a Hemo Plague. Nevertheless, GenX goes down as well. I completely stumbled over my own words, but SK get Ocean at the cost of what I anticipate being Baron, maybe the game. That's 3 members dead, 2 of whom for 40 seconds.
Yeah, OG are just going to look to run this one straight on in here. They have the engaged tools to try and force fight. They have the tankiness with Ornn and Nautilus to tank the towers. They are going to push for the end, and the damage dealers from SK are 30 seconds away. It'll be a 5v3 at the Nexus towers, and OG have the tools they need to try and push this one through, but the wave clear is strong enough with Cersei.
Yeah,
or, sorry, with Trick.
With Trick on the Karthus, the 2 of us are getting down. Baron secured, but SK at 35 minutes Now, what the hell he is doing on 6?
Remember how hard it is for SK to find a team fight initiation. No flash on Gen X just yet, so they're going to have to give up the inhibitor. The last fight, they're going to draw the line right outside of their Nexus towers, and that's where they will try to go for the team fight. And all OG have to do is look for a pick, look for a play off of a good dredge line from Destiny.
Okay, running. Gen X will get to you soon, but I think the fight is already
Here he
over.
is.
Let's find out. Oh! Upset with a QSS flash. Instantaneous. That was a thing of beauty. And the Requiem does nothing. That outplay from Upset is the definition of this game. Within the following fight, Gen X and Trick go down. The rest of SK are running for their lives. The superiority of Origin is on display. And despite a heroic effort from Gen X, OG win the game.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
it's the Zach top lane.
that's the counter?
Oh, it's actually funny because I saw Vivo.
And if they can get those guys out of the fight early on, that's going to be a really good looking fight for Fnatic.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, Helisang on a high comfort champion and Whippo is about to get solo killed. Or not just yet. Let's bounce, and the unstable Matt is doing a lot of work. Dismounted, the minions are helping out. Finn now needs to kill the blobules, and this should
Well,
just
Nemesis
be a
can
matter
TP if he wants to use it.
time. He's going to start to TP. This will delay it. Whippo comes back to life.
What?
Finn isn't done yet. Call of the Forge God comes up. The Mount is first.
Rushing in this matchup for so long, but Fnatic with the jungler, with the mid laner roaming on up.
That was fantastic from Hansama and Vanda, but Helisang escapes with his life. The
Sticking
Ignite.
around the top side, this tower should certainly fall.
Yeah, and I mean, do you remember what I was saying about
Oh, wait a second, they're
early
teleporting
game?
behind. Fnatic want to fight
Earlier,
this.
teleport is coming in. There's a lot of members. First Dragon was picked up by Rogue. First tower was picked up by Rogue. That's already going to be some trouble as the quickness locks down two. Call of the Forge God comes out, and Horn does it all. Inspired, we'll be able to chase him, but the Dragon Rage has been used, and Whippo surviving a lot. The Unleashed Power comes out. He's dead. Lawson takes him out. That's a defensive charge. I think it's called a retreat. In fact, now Finn, Inspired, and Lawson.
Often, but finally Fnatic are able to respond in both dual lanes, sprinting over here, trying to fight for it. Okay.
Inspired kicks it the other way, and now all of a sudden Whippo's in trouble. I think his passive might just be available. He's bouncing up and down, and he's got some unstable matter. Whippo does get popped into a few. It's an Infernal Dragon next, and as the animation burns across, the Solar Flare comes down. Lawson's escaping with his life. It's a 2
Should
for
be
1.
looking to use that ability around numbers advantage.
Well, Lawson is in so much trouble because he's in a numbers disadvantage. He flashes away, but the Void Rush secures it. Now all of a sudden
Mid
Inspired...
Pryos, let's see what happens.
And of course, with the Fire Rift, the open spaces is exactly what Clade wants to see. Nemesis gets stunned up and he calls down the ultimate. Solar Flare is available. That's a 2-man knockup. Whipper comes in, Lawson's in trouble. He gets pulled back from a stretching strike. That's a stun to Reckless, but he's able to cleanse it out to safety. Whippo takes out Lawson, and Rogue cannot use their initiation tools when you're running away. Vanda uses that stopwatch to go gold and stays alive, and the charge comes in against teams above them in the standings. 1 win and 2 losses. They were able to take out Misfits, but...
Already talking about it in the interview before this game too, right? Where he was like, I feel like G2 and us, OG, are sort of the top 2 at the moment, and then 3 is,
life, albeit at the cost of his ultimates, and Fnatic is...
you know, locked down for Larson. You need deep vision to be able to spot out potential engages, and then just execute in these fights, especially if you have flash up. When Rogue have flash up on Larson and Hansama, you have a much better chance in the 5v3.
Now, Finn might just be killing himself. It's like 2 brothers fighting where the older brother just keeps smacking the younger brother with his own arm. The Thornmail and Sunfire Cape is doing a lot of work, but Vanda and Larson debating self-made. They waited in the wings. They saw him coming down with the ward, and Finn now has got support to force Whipper to flash.
Yeah, Whippo has to flash away now. The first 2 Drakes is that they don't feel super pressured to fight Fnatic for these when you consider Fnatic's comp very, very strong at the moment with, you know, like the AP scaling. So getting crit multipliers on your ADC are just going to give you a better and better chance.
Remind me as well, but Whippo's unstable matters percentage HP as well, so that's going to be very valuable. Finn, again, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? That Thornmail is doing so much. Selfmade's waiting by. Skarl has decided to retreat, and that's going to be another kill. Finn, my man, I really want to give you some stats.
Larson, if he gets caught, the fight is lost for Rogue.
Kled is all the way in the bottom lane. Teleport's available. Whippo goes in, is kicked right back out. Call of the Forge God comes down and simply doesn't do enough, but Hansama's running for his life. Flashes a plenty. Hilly, he gets the charm. It's a trade of supports for now, but Selfmade, he escapes with his life. He survives. The tunnel keeps him out. Finn gets dismounted, and now Whippo continues to chase. He's left bouncing all up in Rogue's face. He continues to chase down. Hansama stays alive. Hansama runs away. Not until Reckless flashes and takes him down. The ace is on the cards, and Reckless sends him packing with a
Game here. I think there was an ultimate flying through from Selfmade as well to find the dive, but at the end of the day...
Reckless and Nemesis coming as well. Call the Forge Gods up. Finn's going to be able to avoid the knock-up for now, and charging all the way into Nemesis. Skull is in so much trouble. He's able to escape. Not the Kled, though.
Fnatic thrive in the chaos. There's no vision on the map for Rogue right now. Finn just thinks, oh, I can go side lane, I can pick up gold. No, Fnatic see the target, and they pounce on the attack. They're still pushing down in bot side while Rogue try to go on Whipple, but he's so tanky.
This is real bold. That's
you have no damage.
Thornmail, Forge Fire Cape, and you've got Elise Sin, and yes, Xayah arrived late, but I call hashtag not worth on that one. Whippo takes sub 800 HP damage. The inhibitor is taken down, and it is falling to pieces for Rogue. Those early game trip-ups may have had echoes and ramifications this whole game long. Fnatic have just outplayed the skirmishes and are in absolute control.
I don't think Fnatic have lost a fight this entire game, starting off with that teleport down in the bottom lane in classic Fnatic fashion. They're just going for another dive.
They are indeed. That's a double knock-up. Larson and Finn. The engage comes out from Vander. Don't you wish you had a solar flare, my friend? Hillisang with the quickness sends Vander back to the fountain. Finn goes back as well, and he's in so much trouble. Stretching strike, where's the target from Whippo? Will not find it. 2 members down, the bot lane of Rogue die, and Fnatic, they might just push.
Whippo running under that tower and just dying for no reason, but as a team, they are playing together. When they say fight, they go fight, and Rogue looks scattered.
Yeah, they really do. The kickback was decent, but it doesn't matter. Whippo's just so tanky. It will not impact him. That's a knock-up until Larson. The Brill's available. Solar Flare comes down. Defensive flash from Larson, and Vander was sent back to the fountain. Let's bounce once again. All over Rogue. 18 kills, 19 kills, and 1 more available. The stretching strike catches on Inspired.
Oh, Penta!
Well.
Penta!
Looking for it, look for the dive. Not going to get it just yet. Are they going to think about it? Reckless is chasing, is looking for it. The Arcane Shift is available to him, but
Come
he is coming back
on!
up.
Come on!
Oh, the BM not going to do it. Is it earned? I think it is. The GA gets popped as well. Reckless
He has 5
is still
seconds. He
looking
has
for
5
it.
seconds for the kill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He got it.
He gets it. Pentakill. Reckless will be joining us for PGL, and I'm sure he will talk about that win. Finn's stats will have to wait, but here's a fun one.
Crazy. Things are pretty unexpected. OG and G2 hanging around that first place, not so. But Misfits in there, and then right under there, now steadily in 4th. Are you guys? What do you think of the standings? Are you as surprised as we are by the Misfits and the Mad Lions and the Rogues in the playoff position?
Yes. I mean, Misfits is the big surprise to me. The rest of it is kind of how it should be, I would say. But Misfits definitely